Tomorrow, victims and survivors of domestic violence will be honored in downtown Winston-Salem. Family Services of Forsyth County will host a Day of Unity celebration at Bailey Park that will go from noon until 3. Davidson County Schools has confirmed Brian Flynn is resigning as North Davidson High School's football coach. The district says back on September 22nd, he was suspended with pay for about 1 week due to an internal investigation. No additional details have since been released. A small community of just over 300 people in Ukraine is dealing with immense loss tonight in what appears to be the deadliest Russian attack on civilians in the country in more than a year. Officials say at least 51 people, including an 8-year-old boy, died in the missile strike just yesterday. A warning, some of this video coming up may be disturbing for some. Emily Schmidt reports.
As difficult as it is to find a way over the rubble in the village of Rosa, it's even more difficult to comprehend what happened here. Some graphic images are blurred, though the intent, a U.S. retired general says, is clear.
It's punishment, pure and simple. It's the Russian way of war.
A Ukrainian official says people had gathered in a cafe for a wake for a fallen soldier. He'd previously been buried in the city of Dnipro, but his relatives wanted him reburied in his hometown village. Then a missile hit, officials say, killing the soldier's son, his wife and mother, and dozens more.
Russia does this every day in the Kharkiv region, and only air defense can help.
Ukraine's president advocated for more air defense support from the West. It's not a new request, but he's facing new obstacles to get help from Washington.
Congress needs to act.
The U.S. has sent Ukraine about $113 billion in aid. The Pentagon says money for Ukraine is running low. Essentially, about 2 months of funding remains. No Speaker of the House means there's no way to approve $24 billion the White House wants for Ukraine, with members more divided than ever.
If you can tell us what the goal is, how's the money being spent?
We have to support Ukraine, because if we don't, it's going to be a very big problem for all of us in the near future.
This attack happened about 25 miles from where fighting is taking place, showing how much is on the line, even when it's not the front line. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
Also new tonight, police arrested a man after he brought a gun to the Wisconsin state capitol and said he wanted to see the state's governor. He posted bond and then went back to the capitol that same night with an assault rifle. The man was shirtless and had a handgun and a dog when he first approached the security desk outside the governor's office yesterday afternoon. Openly carrying a firearm in the Wisconsin Capitol is illegal. And when the man came back that night, he was stopped outside the Capitol and again taken into custody. Today, Governor Tony Evers was asked about the incident.
Yeah, I'm okay. The Capitol, to the credit, the Capitol Police took control of the situation, and so it's over. But yeah, it's always something that is things you don't want to see happen. But that's why we have good people in the police departments and in the Capitol Police and the State Patrol. They're doing their great work.
Officers took the man into custody for a mental health evaluation. The rifle was seized by Capitol Police.